Driving the back roads here and coming through Fancy Gap, Virginia, and stumbled upon this, a real actual pumpkin patch. At least for me, when I see pumpkins, they're usually in a retail setting, being sold in a store or some kind of establishment, but these are actually in their natural environment, growing right here on the ground. Pretty interesting. Came across this little store here, Pines and Needles. I don't believe it's open. For sale sign out front, and looks like it's seen its better days. Purple house, purple house. Quite an interesting color there. Travel not advised. I'm not scared. Stopped here on the Blue Ridge Parkway in Virginia and found this place, Rapp's Bar and Grill. Love finding these old relics, these businesses. It's like they're just abandoned. Gives you a great opportunity to walk around and just kind of wonder what they used to have been. Check out that floor. Kind of gives you that old diner feel. Even has the old gas pumps. Looks like the building across the street may also be empty. Can't really tell. It's completely silent out here. Just no sound of the city. Although I do hear an animal of some sort. This place looks like it might actually be still in business. Just closed today. Looks like an old well. I think we're in the town of Orchard Gap. Check out that mailbox. Came across this little country store. This little store was neat. You could tell it was pretty old, and they had all kinds of different items. The interesting thing is, this is Mayberry, Virginia, and the town of Mayberry sounds familiar because that's the name of the town on the famous Andy Griffith show. The interesting thing is that on the TV show, the town was actually based on Mount Airy, North Carolina, Andy Griffith's hometown. But they chose the name Mayberry, and there's not even a Mayberry, North Carolina. Now we're entering the Meadows of Dan community, which is in Patrick County, Virginia, just off the Blue Ridge Parkway also. The community is named after one of its earliest settlers, James Steptoe Langhorne, and comes from the beautiful meadows that abound near the Dan River, which flows through the area. The community's motto, as posted on the welcoming sign, is "A simpler place in time." And just driving through it, you can tell how true that motto really is. This is the Concord Corner Store, and I found this place to be really fun. As soon as I walked in, I was immediately welcomed and even offered some coffee. They have quite the variety of items, just a little bit of everything. Just down the street I came across the Poor Farmers Market. And just in case you're looking for some old-fashioned hoop cheese, I think this is the place. Does anybody ever win these things? Here's some goat milk lotion. I wonder how that goes with hoop cheese. And speaking of hoop cheese, I believe I found it. As I walked around, I found more and more things to look at, like these little bears. These birds. Wind chimes. This was really cool. As you change directions, it actually moved and would follow you. Still traveling through Virginia and came across this little area called Lover's Leap. The view is just amazing. Lover's Leap is one of several spectacular views along the journey through Patrick County. In the 1600s, the Indians inhabited the Blue Ridge Mountains. White settlers started arriving and began clearing land to farm. Conflict arose between the Indians and the settlers. Legend has it that the son of a settler saw the twinkle in the eyes of the chief's daughter, Morning Flower, and was immediately love-struck. The couple began to meet secretly, and their love continued to grow. The young man and Indian maiden were threatened and shunned. With the beautiful rock and wildflowers as their backdrop, they jumped into the wild blue yonder, ensuring that they would be together forever. As you gaze out at Lover's Leap, you can still see the evidence of their love in the beautiful view and hear them whisper in the cool evening breezes. So that's what the legend is.